Peace. You know what is very cool? All of creation is God's love. There's not a part of creation that can be subverted in a way that is true. It is all God's love. In God's wisdom beyond our own, it is all God's love. So whatever you are going through, God's love is alive within it. There is a purpose for you in it. And it is a humble thing, it is a reason for us to love each other and to attempt to love ourselves, to love God through whatever you are experiencing. Whenever we have disagreements with each other, whenever we have misalignments with each other, whenever others do not like you, or perhaps you do not like others, perhaps someone hates you, perhaps you hate someone, perhaps you hate yourself. There is a humility within this, as you go through that experience, that God's love is alive within it. Anyone who you would like to pass judgment upon or pass judgment upon yourself, let us see through those eyes, the eyes of God. Let us be humble to God's love and have an understanding. Let us have acceptance and presence for this truth, that God's love is occurring within it, with whatever disagreement, misalignment that is occurring. There is purpose within it. There is love within it. And there is reason for that chaos, or for that disagreement, or for that pain, or for that sorrow, or for that lack, or for that loss, or for that emptiness that you feel within yourself, or that inability to connect. There is love within it. There's something being brought out of you. There's something being presented before you. There's something being offered to you in it. There's a love alive within it, and you are never abandoned in this. God's love that is upon you. You are never abandoned in it. And that can be a home to you wherever you are, or whoever you are. That can be a home to you, even if you are not presently experiencing it. But let us have presence to bring ourselves to that we are experiencing it. Let us come back to it, and let us honor the seasons of life. Perhaps it will be dark for a time, and that is okay. That is okay, that is how God's love is manifesting in your life right now, for a purpose or a reason perhaps that you do not understand. That is okay. Walk through it. Have love within your heart. Have acceptance for who you are, for what you are going through. And let us be open. Let us be hopeful. Let faith be alive for what tomorrow may be, and the day after, whatever your journey will be. It is all a test. It is all a test. We're finding it out together. This God's love, that is true. We're finding it out together. And that is such a humbling thing, just to know and to live within. All of the things that you are presented, every reason for us to have doubt, to live within fear, or anger, or grief, or resentment. It is a humbling thing that it is bringing you to God's love, that you are only being revealed as this God's love, that you are not abandoned within this, that everything is occurring for this purpose to bring you to this, that you will not be left alone, that you will not be left alone, and that you never were, but that you would seek this shelter, that you would seek this life that is God's love, that perseveres through all things. And that is how you were created. You are not created to fail, but you are created to falter. You are created to fall down, and you are created to persevere, to have victory within this, that you have fallen down, and that you have learned, and that you have gotten up, and that you have walked further forward. And in everything that you would conceive as to be a defeat, down the line there is a victory being written for you, if you will only walk forward, if you will only believe, if you only have acceptance for what has been, and for what you are, and for what next will be, from this place, from this presence, from this love that is God within you. And whatever your circumstance, whatever your circumstance, this is occurring now. This is occurring now. You do not have to wait for it. It is occurring now. And you can have it now. It is existing now. It is within you now. And that is the purpose of all of it. In ways that we cannot understand. In a way that is multiplied throughout all things, through all witnessings that we cannot even conceive of, things that your eyes will never see, but that there is a home within your heart. That all life in itself has a home within your heart, that you are native to this life, love, truth, God, that you are a part of this, that you are not separate from it, that you yourself do not have a capability to be separate from it. Let us be humble to that. In our arrogance, we have fear. In our arrogance, we have pride. In our arrogance, we feel wronged. And it is blessed and it is beautiful to be humble, that you have fallen down, and that you would take another step forward, and that you would find this humility, that you needed it, that you needed to fall down, that you needed it, and that God's love was alive within it, that you would fall down, that you would get up, that you would have love in your heart with no reason. When everything says that you shouldn't, that you would have love within your heart. Whenever everything that you have experienced in your life says that you should not do it, that there is love within your heart, and that you would take another step forward. That is blessed and that is beautiful, and that is what you are, and that is what I am, and that is what we are together. All life, one and together, a home within you. And that is something I would like to practice more for myself, And it is something I have practiced very much in my life. But there is not an end to it. And that is a reason to be grateful as well. That there is not an end to it. For however long you walk upon this earth, there is not an end to this truth, that it is all God's love. That has no end. That God's love has no end. And in its beginning, your name was written. In its beginning, the voice that spoke all things into being decided you will be, that you will have a life, that you will walk this earth, that there will be purpose in it for you. And what a blessed way to know yourself. I've talked about this a bit before, but imagine you have come from a place where there is no pain, where there is no difficulty in that way, something that is entirely paradise. And you have a being there. You have a true self. You have a spirit. You have a true personality. You have traits and characteristics in this place of paradise. You have strengths. And you would not know weakness there. But in this place of paradise, this love that is true, this God that is alive in all things, a decision was made. Let us come down here. Let us have a life in a place where death lives. Let us see what we are here. These traits, these characteristics, this spirit, this personality, this self, this being that is unique and sovereign. Let us have it walk about upon the earth and see what it will do there. Whenever it falls down, let us see what it will do. Whenever all love is taken from it in this material place, let us see Let us see if we will find the one that is true within us. And let us see if we will care for each other here. If we will care for ourselves. If we will find that wisdom that we have in paradise. This place that was not taken from you. But that is alive and spread throughout all things. That is a good thing to remember. And I invite you to it, that we may share in this together. Beautiful love and truth. Glory, grace, strength, thanks. Grateful God, that you are courage, strength, protection. With you. Peace.